Hello, Jet. Turn the music up, actually. Wait a second. It's a little quieter because I decided to do Genshin music today, so. Anyway. Oh, yeah, that's what I should. I'll try and remember to do it after stream. I probably will forget. Anyway. Maybe I should do, hang on, let me like make a sticky note as a reminder. Sticky note app. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah. Forgot about that. Maybe I should just cover that eventually by myself. There was this cover that we were gonna do as a group at the Allies, and it just kind of fell through. And it sucks because like I commissioned the backtrack for it and everything. Anyway, I had the when I pulled up the sticky notes, I saw the lyrics for it, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. There we go. Reminder for later. There's no like minimize button for this, is there? Nope. Okay, whatever. Let's see. I don't think it's gonna be in my recents because I've opened a lot of files since. So let's go find it in the folders. Trade. Trailer. We're working on 7 still. Let's work on this fucking grumpy old man. I did color it off stream. So all I have to do really is shade and figure out the background. Background will probably be pretty simple because of the angle. It'd just be kind of like the top corner of Shuya's office. Speaking of backgrounds, I actually need to do one for the chapter preview. I kind of have I think I might extract something from an old art piece and then like recolor it, because it's good. It would work out. The angle is a little low on it though. Usually I try to do mostly eye level, but sometimes a little bit higher for a background for the chapter previews and all that. Though I probably could cheese it a little bit with some other background I got going on. So sorry about my scratchy voice today. I honestly woke up like maybe an hour and a half ago. And I hadn't spoken since, so it's a little combination of morning voice and my my muscle tension, I think. It's my neck does feel a little tense today, so it might get worse. We'll see. Anyway, let's shade this fucking bastard. Hate this man. Thus I've been avoiding him for far too long. Alright, let's go back for run. Let me make everything else more transparent. Oops. There we go. That should be fine. Yeah, alright. Shading time. And then after this, we'll see how I feel. Cause it's a little bleh today. Anyway, it's really funny. I spoke to my doctor that I was going to for my sleep study, and that was yesterday, and she kept recommending me all sorts of things that I should consider for a little bit of health stuff and all that. Cause like they had me do the silly little depression questionnaire where you had to like circle like 0, 1, 2, or 3. If you have depression, you know what that is. If you're being treated for depression, you know what that is. It's just like a couple different like questions, and like almost all of them are like 3s for me, except for like 1 or 2 of them. I think there were 2 of them that weren't 3s. So she was like, you know, you should probably see about increasing your antidepressants, considering they're not at max dosage. And I'm like, you know, you're probably right. Speaking of meds, I don't think I've taken mine, but they're over there. So I'm gonna add it to the sticky note to remind me later. Yeah, because I don't think the pillowcase is over here. I think I left it in the bed. Yeah. Well. Also, I broke out the tablet asset and the pen. I'm not I haven't done it in a while because I haven't been actually using a tablet. I use my mouse. So like it kind of felt weird to do it, but you know, it's it's for the vibes, you know. Um Maybe eventually I'll also add the pen to my model, like I did with the book here. Because I think, because that's what I would like to do with all these, like, PNG toggles that I have, or the PNG assets that I have. Might as well, like, it's not too hard to add them, and break it down a little bit, add a little bit of extra movement. Adding the book was actually way easier than I thought it would be when I was rigging it, so I was like, you know, maybe I could start doing that. Be easy to update the model as I go. Because like I can do them in separate art files, so it's doesn't completely lag my PC because of how big the model file gets. Though more layers does mean certain games I might not be able to use this model, but I think I would like to get the Tanuki art and rigged sooner rather than later for games like that. Though lately we're doing a lot more art than gaming. So we'll see where that goes. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's add the highlight real quick. Oh, in the wrong button, that's why. I have an audio from TikTok stuck in my head, so I apologize if I start singing it randomly. You're just gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna try to avoid singing it because of my voice, but you know, we'll see. I'm fun fact, I'm kind of low-key considering doing a stream pretty much every day next week. Except for maybe Wednesday. Wednesday I have a call that I had to take. And I will probably be extremely depresso after it. Guess that's always how it goes. Whenever I take a call from them. That's okay. I also don't know what time the call is, because when we scheduled it, I totally forgot the time that she said. So we'll see. Wait, this isn't. There we go. Yeah. I'm like, you know, my day is just dedicated to that. And if I feel like streaming that day after, then maybe I will. But we'll see. Let me crack open my strawberries because I haven't eaten yet, and my tummy's grumbling at me. So. Strawberry time. I got some yesterday, and I didn't eat all of them because like we ended up when I after I came back from my sleep therapy appointment, I was craving spicy nuggets. It's really funny because I spoke about how I kind of have a little bit of intolerance to spicy peppers. I can get some peppers more than others, but I've yet to like fully figure out which ones. But sometimes I can still get away with having spice. And at most, it's just a mild discomfort as it goes through my system. So, but I was talking about my like intolerance to peppers, and then I go home and have spicy chicken nuggets. And then, my stepdad decided to pick up Wendy's on the way home. I was like, damn it, I just had spicy nuggets. Like, I can't double up on it. It'll probably end for me terribly, because I like Wendy's spicy nuggets the most, I think. Out of any spicy nuggets that I've had. What are we doing? Overlay. And so I ended up getting a boar gear. It was good. I don't usually do like that many fast food burgers, but Wendy's is pretty good, pretty decent. Okay. Oh yeah, anyway, back to the subject of me potentially streaming every day next week. I just want to try it. Like, I know I got the chronic illness and all that, but like, I just want to give it a shot. Hello, Blue. Yeah, back-to-back streaming. But like, I've been considering, because like, I started thinking about the fact that there's a lot of games that I still need to play, need to catch up on, all that, because, you know, there's a few games that I haven't finished on stream. And I need to get back to those. And then obviously there's like Genshin and Star Rail to catch up on. Which I've been kind of hesitant to do because I just don't do well on the channel. But we'll see. From what I hear, the nod cry stuff is like really, it has been really good. So we'll see. I still think I will do Star Rail for sure though, because like Star Rail story is so good, dude. Hasn't missed yet, in my opinion. But I've like not been in the mood for those games lately. We'll play, we're gonna play Wilhelmus Emporium tomorrow. If my voice is like this, I'm so sorry. Because Wilhelmus Emporium's by the same devs that did A Date with Death. And they also put out A Date with Death 2, where they announced it, not put out yet. I saw that they, on Twitter that the, they have the demo on Patreon. I'm like, you bastards, that's so tempting. And I'm already like I've always been so tempted on their Patreon, but alas, no money. My bank account closed itself because of that. So, yeah. I'd gotten a letter about that, but I thought it was like just locked or whatever, but like I logged in and I was like, there's no account here. And I'm like, oh. I actually read the letter properly and I was like, oh yeah, they closed the... I'm like, you know, I use my credit card for everything because my mom pays for it, so... My mom pays for all my shit. My credit's fucking impeccable, though. Even if my credit card charges are really... my overall credit charges are really high, but... my credit max is even higher, and they keep giving me more, and I'm like, please don't. You give me temptations to buy expensive shit. Oh, I was like, huh? Hi? Oh, did I do that? Oh, I did that all in one layer, huh? Oh well. That's fine. Silly me. It's okay, it's all gonna be merged down eventually anyway, so... God, I'm feeling dizzy. That's what I get for actually taking my gabapentin last night. Gabapentin makes me so dizzy. that, and this, and this. Still a little bit sleepy. I ended up staying up a lot later last night. Mostly the insomnia. I feel like because we talked about it during my appointment yesterday, it was like, okay, this is we're gonna be a problem today. Cause like I didn't go to sleep till like 2-ish, maybe. They are gonna check, just in case if I have sleep apnea, because a lot of my conditions put me at higher risk for it. But as far as I'm aware, I don't snore, so. But you know, sometimes it can still be there. Just mention that like the way my like tongue sits in the back of my mouth, it's like kind of also puts me at higher risk for it. I'm like, oh, okay. Nope, not add overlay. There we go. Let's get more strawberry in me. Give the fruity man a fruit. What that is, but taking that off there. Yummy. I'm gonna actually use this, cause it'll look better the way I do it. Okay. Yeah, that's better. The children be borking. That reminds me, I probably should turn off that other filter, considering my current voice levels. Is it I cut out my lower soft noises, soft boy noises. Nah, I turned it on when there was vacuuming the other day. Chat, people keep asking me what I want for Christmas, but I don't know what to tell them. So I'm like, I'm so used to just kind of like surviving that I like I don't want, you know? Because it's just disappointing, really. Because I know that I wouldn't be able to, you know? I can't just ask for money because my bank account doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, so on the subject of that, like, that's why I write Shuya the way I do, like, in the beginning of the story. Where, you know, he's just kind of like going through life. He's forgotten how to, like, want things, you know? That's me. It's my own personal struggle. Though his is in a different context, it's still very much, it's still very much in the same vein as my own struggles. Yeah, a lot of Shuya's like mental problems are mine. I'm gonna be so real. Most of them, anyway. There's a handful that are, you know, thrown in there, but. Oops. That. There we go. You know, write what you know and all that. And, you know, I know my mental problems well. Might as well give them to my characters, right? Maybe if they work through it, I can work through mine. Do an extra one for the paper's shadow, because the paper's gonna wiggle a bit, so that one is gonna be separate. No, I don't think I need to do an overlay on the paper. Will, however, adjust this a touch. Just trying to get the shadow of the curve a little bit more notable, I guess. And I'll do shadow of thingies as well. That will also be separate though. So YouTube changed their fucking dashboard for live streams. I don't like it. I'm gonna be so real. I don't like it. I preferred when the video preview was tiny, and it's fucking massive now. Because I stopped the video preview anyways, because it uses up resources. Because fucking YouTube videos eat up so much. Believe it or not. Whatever shit they've been doing to them lately. It's been like chugging my fucking system on occasion. It's wild. There have been times where I've been like in Discord, so I like stream to Discord, whatever I'm doing at the time. Like I'm also like watching a video, and like if I'm working on a big file, then like my PC is chugging. If I'm doing all that, especially if I'm like also listening to music, because I also use YouTube Music. Which has been eating up so much memory. I was talking about it last night in the members only stuff, and we my YouTube Music keeps like crashing lately, and it was like out of memory was the error, and so like I hovered over the tab, and usually the tab will show you how much memory it's using, and it was using like 9 gigs, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you using that much memory? So YouTube's not optimized these days. I'm gonna be so real. And it's getting worse because they just keep cranking out updates left and right, and like barely fixing the existing issues. Look, YouTube, I love you, but get your shit together, please. Maybe slow down just a touch. I know you think you have big plans, but you need to like do it step by step and not destroy your fucking site. Maybe test it a little more before you actually launch it. That's what it feels like sometimes, that they don't test it, and that's why everything fucking breaks. Too much. Hey, sorry, shit, that's the audio stuck in my head. I need to like not be so chronically on TikTok lately. It's been bad. So this is why I like completely stopped, because like I'll get so sucked into it. And like my productivity like severely suffers from it. Honestly, I do need to like set up the like wellness thing that they have and like do like an hour or two at most. Set the multiply. There we go. Says it'll stop me from doom scrolling, you know? Ooh, wait. Wrong thing. Give me that. There we go. Oh, my ears are pounding again. Ugh. This feels kind of okay-ish. I was like suspecting that like the recent like pounding in my ears that I get every once in a while, after yesterday, might be an increased heart rate issue potentially, maybe. Because yesterday when I went to the doctor's office, when they took my vitals, my heart rate was 140, and I was not like super active or anything. It's not like I was sprinting. I just like, I was standing and sitting, and that was it. Like, walking very casually. And like I've always ran a little high, but that's way higher than normal. It's like usually I sit around like 80, 90s for like my heart rate. So they were recommending that I speak to my doctor about that. My primary doctor, anyway. And I've had spurts of elevated heart rate here and there, so like it has been on my radar. But it's so like sporadic and random that like I didn't really, I was just like monitoring, not like, you know. But also I lost my smartwatch quite a while ago, around the time of, it was like just before my surgery. I had lost it. So I don't have a regular way to monitor my heart rate aside from manually. So I kind of stopped worrying about it because I was like, I don't have a way to keep an eye on it anymore. I'm not gonna bother, even though I probably should. I think I need to adjust the shading on the wrist here. Give me that. Better. There we go. Much better. I need a shadow behind the thingies, but I'm gonna cheat because I don't feel blur, blur, Gaussian blur. Crank that soda boy. A little more down. There we go. Let me erase a little here because it's a lot. We don't need that much. Wonderful. Let me blur it just a touch more manually though. And I think I'll shrink it a tiny bit. You know, there are a lot of books that I want to read. Maybe I'll ask for that for Christmas. But then again, I haven't been reading, so also I'm like, maybe Amazon gift card, you know? So I can order all the ebooks instead because they're cheaper. As much as I'd like physical copies. Ooh, rest in peace, my friend. Not the soup. Make sure to clean it. And if it's... Clean it, dry it. And if it's, if you suspect that liquid got inside, like the charging port or something, put it in some rice. And pray. Hey, don't knock it. It works. The rice absorbs moisture. Unless you have a million silica packets, rice is where you go. Well, you know, the math test is paper. It's not necessarily gonna work. That trick works for electronics specifically. Paper, you kind of just gotta like lay it out, let it dry. Okay. The hand. Where are we at now? We're in torso. That. Through there. Clip that. Multiply. And we shade. I take kind of as much as I enjoy the music, I need to take my headphones off. I think the pressure is getting my ears. I think that's why I'm getting the weird pulsing. Water. Yeah, I'll pass on that. These headphones are like $200+. I'm not gonna suspend them in water, thanks. We're gonna have to fix that. But we'll get there when we get there. Oh, so sleepy today, dude. Wish I could turn my headphone volume up. I don't have like a mixer or anything, so I can't like do it where I turn it up just for me and keep it lower for you. Because then I can like still, if I turned it up, I'd still be able to listen to the music better on my even if they're just around my neck. But I don't want to blast you guys. I suppose I could turn it up and then turn down the desktop audio in OBS. Here, we'll do that really quick. It's gonna be really quiet for a second. Because I don't want to blast you guys. You're gonna hear dongs too. Just make sure it's not coming on the mic. Hopefully it doesn't. We'll do it about there. I have the mic on one side and the headphones on the other, so hopefully it's not. Hopefully it doesn't go through. If it doubles, I'm very sorry, but for my own sanity, I need to hear the music. My mental fortitude does not handle silence well. Because, you know, depression and anxiety. Man, I really kind of like slapped him together, didn't I? It's like looking at the line work, I'm like, But that's just me coming off the having done chapter art this week. My brain's still like, the line work needs to be perfect. But I haven't been quite as nitpicky for the trailer so far, so I'm not gonna freak out about it, you know? Just a little bit here and there. Like, not gonna be drastically, like, shitty line work, but I'm also not gonna freak out about, like, occasionally where it, like, extends past where it's supposed to. Like things like this. And over here. It's only gonna be on screen for a brief moment, so like, well, who cares? And people aren't even gonna notice when it's this far out, you know? Unless they, like, for some reason decide to put it on, like, a big screen. Which, if you do, I'm so sorry. The quality will probably look really shitty. Nobody's gonna put this on a big screen. Okay. Hydration time. Yes, stream elements. So watered down. I think I mentioned it last stream, but my preferred drink is like out in like every store I've been to. And so the supplement I have chosen is it's not great. It's not hitting right. It's not hitting the same, so I haven't been going through it as fast. But you know, it's probably good. Y'all. blend the ends of each little thing. Ends get a little too short. We're gonna do add glow this time. There's a lot of metal. Metal. Nice and shiny. I'll be making very loud lurching noises. I feel like I should be concerned. You know, maybe the spicy nuggets are coming back to bite me. Who knows? Yeah, that's why I like when I was like downstairs, like grabbing the strawberries, I like took a look at the cheese ravioli in the fridge. I was like, you know, I probably shouldn't. Because, you know, my stomach probably already hates me enough based on my food choices yesterday. So. Yeah, anyway, my plans for next week's stream, there is going to be a lot of art. There'll be at least one day of gaming and, well, probably two, because, you know, Sunday. We usually game with the allies. And if not, I'll either do some game or art, I don't know. We'll find out. It's a later me problem. And then last stream I kind of mentioned potentially doing editing on stream. I might do that. Because in a way, it's gonna be a live read. Because I'm going to I'm gonna read the stuff out loud as I go through because it's gonna help, help me realize anything that I've missed or like scuffed punctuation issues, things like that. So, yeah, we might do that, and I think it will be fun. It'll probably be a shorter stream, given my voice issues, but it would force me to actually edit, you know? Because like I said, sometimes I can't always get stuff done unless I'm streaming. So streaming's like such a good like way for me to focus on projects and stuff. Like I barely worked on this particular piece offline. I really should do it more. She strays out here. Get that out of there. Fucking old man. You know what's crazy, chat? Is that in fair trade, I'm not attracted to any of the antagonists I've made. Isn't that wild? Me, the chronic villain lover. Like, and I've made the other villains, like, well, not really villains, the antagonists. I've made them pretty, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm a really like diehard simp over. Chat, something wrong with me? Stretch. The joints be feeling it today, dude. So this we need to fix a little bit. I need to... She's vacuuming again? Is it coming up on the mic? Do I have to turn on the other filter? Dogs are coming up. Chat, if you hear the vacuum noises, let me know. And I can turn on the other filter so you guys don't have to hear it. Not seeing it coming up on the mic. I would have to monitor to be sure though. much on the outside here. Not a ton. Alright, let's get more specifics and do the proper details. Yeah, I was considering, like, if I do feel up to it, that I would start working on the next frame, but my head is, like, kind of pounding a little bit, especially my ears. So it should take some Midol. Because if it's pushing towards, like, some weird migraine kind of thing, then I should should take some. Oh, so stuffy, dude. No, it's too stuffy. I'm using the wrong color. Hang on. It's like, why is that so dull? This is the wrong color. Duh. Tiny bit up here, I think. to do separate because of mouth movement and all that, but yeah, a little more dimensional to the forehead there. And also do a little bit snit. There we go. Wonderful. Eyes will be on their own layer. So will this cheek dent. Strawberry time. God, real good. But anyway, next week, probably gonna lose my voice. Not gonna lie. That's a problem. Shoot. The struggles of live 2D shenanigans. Yeah, let's like sharpen this down a little bit more. Because the mouth movement. Oh yeah, cheek blush and stuff is also gonna have to go above here, so. Just put it there. Just a little bit for the texture and dimension. It doesn't need much. Okay. So we run into the shenanigans of this. What is this? Is this? Yeah, okay, that's the inner mouth stuff. Okay. Focus to your environment. Separate? I think it is. No, it's not. Never mind. We'll do it like this. Okay, I already shaded it. Never mind. We're good to go. Go past me for figuring that out. So I'm gonna do it below because I want that particular multiply layer is probably gonna have to be separate. Find where it's at right now, but I am gonna have to move it above the beard. But for this, somehow it ended up on liquify and not. There we go. It's the line at the top. Scrub time. Actually, wait. Bushy nose. do be screaming today. Oh, here we are, doing this. Duration time. I'm not gonna do a highlight on it. I feel like I would look a little too weird. Just a touch of shadow, and that's all it needs. Get that extra bit of dimension. Should I do drop shadow on these? Probably. Probably a tiny bit. Just a little thing peeking out, you know? Give a little extra oomph. You. There we go. Erase that a little bit. See you later, Blue. Thanks for stopping by. things I don't understand. Anyway. Past self was a little silly. Lashes. That above. I see some feedback going. I'm gonna turn the other filter back on. I apologize if some of my voices gets a little cut off, because that's why I don't always keep the double filter on, but there's a lot of noise going on right now, so. We're gonna label all these layers. Shade. Merge all these now. just do the one. Normally I like to do one on both sides, but... You know what I could do? Good. I'm gonna steal this. We're gonna put it over here. And I don't have to do it again. Ha 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 ha. Labeling time. Ready for your wrinkle. Shopper. Push lower. Highlight. I shade. Super rough. That leaves just black. This one is the left one. This one's the right foreground one. Oops. I didn't blend the hair highlights. I have to go back there to the layer anyway, so we'll get to that in a second. There's some extra dimension to that. Getting the clickbaitiest title for a stream. At least one of the streamers I watched. Then we need one for a drop shadow. Me briefly forgetting how shadows work. Well, more specifically what direction my shadow is supposed to be in, so. It's fine. a teeny bit on this side because it looks better. Like, even if the light is coming from the side, there's still gonna be a tiny bit of shadow there. Let me go fix this before I continue. There we go. The other thing I needed to fix is because this, yeah, the eyebrows are on this layer. Totally forgot. So let me go ahead and slap a little bit of shading right in here. Normally I do eyebrows separately for live 2D, but there wasn't gonna be much expression change, so don't really need to that much. There we go. Better. Back up here, so we have one more thing to shade on this fucker. I'm not gonna do highlight because the highlight is already on the other half of this, so we'll do a little extra multiply though. Just underneath, right here, is like a little cast shadow. Yeah. Okay. Shade this bastard of a father. So background. I'll be so real. I don't want to work on background right now. I'm gonna have to do a background later, and so. Let's see. Oh, my head, dude. I want to do more work, but it feels a little blah. Um, hmm. Let me peek at what the next frame's supposed to be. Got that one. That one's not gonna be hard. I think the only movement would be the head tilt into the hand. So that one I could probably just reuse. Or reuse the one we just did for this. Some of these I can get away with like using twice, especially for like the zoomed in shots or whatever. So I might have to dictate that. Let's save on this. I don't want to work on this one right now. I don't want to work on the background. Do I want to do the next part though? Wait, so this one is 7. So that's 10. So let me rename the folder. 7 and 10. Also let me open it back up so that way it knows it exists. I don't know. Wait, I don't know if I actually made a proper template for. I might actually need that a little longer. I think maybe I should start streaming. My brain's a little fried and feeling full. So I probably should take it easy. But I'll work on this version next and whatnot when we next do trailer art stream. Hopefully. Gosh, we're not even like a third of the way through this. Look at this, it's so long. Yep. It'll be worth it. It'll be really cool in the end. When I finish all the art for it, I might put out the potential auditions for the lines. Cause the amount of characters in this, I don't think even like if I did just me and the allies and the other members of the archive crew, I think we'd still need a few more people. So we'll see. But that's a later me problem. I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna do it till we're into rigging phase, because that's when I'll need it. Maybe when I'm doing like the last like couple art bits of it, something like that. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stop. I'm feeling so. Take care. Read, fair trade, pretty please. That's all I want for Christmas. And we'll they want to say bye too. I'll see y'all tomorrow, I guess. Yeah. Bye.